From the Thunderdome in snowy Swanton, Vermont, welcome to Northwest Access TV's presentation of Franklin County Girls Varsity Basketball. I'm Bryce Batchelder, joined by Tim Luno, and tonight we are at Missisquoi Valley Union High School for a rivalry game as the Thunderbirds host the Bellows Free Academy Comets. Before I send it to Tim for the starting lineups, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors: Northwestern Orthopedics, Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center, Barrett Ford, JC Image, and Handy Toyota. If your business would like to be a sponsor for Northwest Access TV's sports coverage this winter, please contact 802-782-8676. Now, Tim, who are our starters for tonight?
Okay, starting with the visiting Comets, we got Lauren K. Garso, Allie Bushy, Callie Tabor, Ella Reynolds, and Ruby Bissaro. Game's getting started here. For the T-Birds, we got Destiny Pigeon, Alex Bordeaux, Alexandra Brulette, Mackenzie Vincent, and Abigail Paquette.
MVU controlled the tip, not able to convert on their first possession. Neither is BFA as we get a turnover. And it will go back to the Thunderbirds. BFA, a very young team, not a single senior on their team this year, full of juniors and sophomores. Tim, you know a lot of girls on both of these teams from your basketball camps. Who should we be looking out for tonight?
I see Alex Bordeaux starting as well. She's superb defender, superb rebounder, especially for a guard. On the other side, you got Allie Bushy, who's guarding her actually. Those two going head to head. I count 7 of my full court players starting tonight, which is a shameless plug for my AAU program to start out, but I'll try to keep those to a minimum.
It's a nice justification for you, right?
I do like to, I can't wait to see this matchup and waiting to see it since Alex was a 7th grader and Allie was an 8th. See them guarding each other, it's going to be great. Great all night.
MVU now with the ball. A minute has gone by. A turnover there. That's Allison Bushy trying to take it herself. Dribbles, nope, off of an MVU player. I thought it was off her foot, but a couple MVU players got their hands in there and knocked it away.
Yeah, Ellie's got tremendous speed coming down the court, so they're going to have to be getting back on defense. The T-Birds, that is.
An open three-point attempt is off for Bushy. Brulette taking it the other way, and she will be fouled. Will give us our first free throws of the game. That BFA foul on number 25, Ruby Bissaro, her first, team's first. Alexandra Brulette will be at the line to shoot 2.
Ruby got into foul trouble in the Spalding game early too. Hopefully, for the Comets' sake, she can avoid that, as they do need her general speed and all-around skill.
Goes 0 for 2 from the line. BFA gets the rebound. Right down the floor, Desaro misses the layup. BFA rallies, though, to get the rebound.
Another matchup I'm excited to see is Ella Reynolds and
Lauren Kate Garso gets the first points of the game for either team. It's a 3-ball. Just over 6 minutes left in the opening quarter. BFA with an early 3-0 lead. I think the big question for BFA we've all had this year is they are the defending state champs, but they're big players, they're seniors, especially Maren McGinn graduated, so we're all interested to see kind of how they're going to, I don't want to say rebuild, but sort of how do you move on when those kind of core players graduate that got you a state championship?
That and their juniors from the year previous, this year's seniors all decided not to play or transferred away from the school, so that also kind of takes away a lot of the experience from the team.
It's, in a lot of ways, feels like a new team this year. And for MVU, having a really nice start to the season. I believe they're 3-0. 3-0.
Comets on the other end of that spectrum are 0-2. So this is a kind of a let's find out game for both teams. As some of the teams that the T-Birds beat were kind of the lower end of the D2 spectrum, but a win's a win. BFA, on the other hand, lost to D2 Spalding, who I believe was 1-2 or 0-2, something like that, by close to 20 at home. So they really want to get a win here to start their season off.
3-point is off for DeSaro, but an offensive rebound for Tabor. Back to DeSaro, cross court to Garso. She's going to put up a three, and she has another one. All 6 points in the game for Lauren Kate Garso.
Lauren had a lot of minutes last year. One of the only sophomores that got significant minutes. Very capable shooter. Mom was part of the couple back-to-back championships in the 90s for the Comets.
We're going to get a foul here on BFA, I believe on number 12, Lauren Kate Garso, her first, team second. Now, as speaking about the Thunderbirds' 3-0 start to the year, as an MVU alum, as Destiny Pigeon gets the Thunderbirds on the board here for 2 points. As an MVU alum who's been watching MVU basketball for a long time, I'm hard-pressed to remember the last time the girls team started 3-0. So I think the MVU community is really excited for this team and this program, and hoping that they can keep this early momentum.
Well, another shameless plug as part of the youth coaching program. I know Jeremy Parody and I have put a lot of time into the youth, Missisquo's youth, and Franklin County in general's youth basketball program. We had kids from Enosburg, St. Albans, everywhere come to some of our spring and summer runs. So trying to make a difference here in Franklin County, make the basketball level on par with Chittenden County or parts unknown, Northeast Kingdom, which is where I believe Enosburg is tonight. Oop.
I think they're going to call that. I believe Lauren Kate Garso may have stepped on the baseline on that rebound. Good defense from Mackenzie Vincent on the other end.
Danny Totten checking in, as well as nobody else. Looks like Tessa Sweeney for the Comets has checked in. I believe that's Bryn as well, Bryn Bissett.
MVU with possession. Brulette gonna drive in with her left. That layup is off, but an offensive rebound for Vincent. And that floater is off for Totten. BFA with the rebound. Garso dribbling it up for the Comets. MVU playing in a zone here. That three-pointer is off for Garso. Trying to go 3 for 3 on the night. She'll have to settle right now for 2 for 3.
MVU can't give up a lot of these second chance opportunities if they expect to try to win this game. Because BFA will put those shots down eventually.
Elbow jumper off for Ella Reynolds. MVU zone is kind of giving up some of those, especially those corner threes. And we just saw that elbow jumper, so something they may need to tighten up here.
Abby running the point here for a second. They're running sort of a 5 outside look with Mackenzie on the far out. Kind of like to see Mackenzie get the ball on the inside. Use some of those power post moves that she definitely has.
Ball knocked away by Sweeney to force the turnover. Now another open three-point opportunity for Garso. That one's off. Now down to a measly 50% from three-pointers. And I hope everybody can sense the sarcasm, because 50% is pretty darn good from the three.
Yeah, there's definitely some shooters on the Comet team that can hit it from behind the arc, including some of their forwards. Ella Reynolds can definitely shoot it from outside. LK, who already has 2. Allie can shoot. Ruby. No shortage of outside shooting, so interesting to see the zone when the Comets aren't particularly big inside. Ella Reynolds being probably one of their tallest forwards. Callie Tabor also presence inside.
That pass picked off by Tabor. Gets the Comets another possession. Another three-pointer. And that one's off from Bushy. You know, you said it. Comets are outside shooting right now. We have seen a whole lot of three-pointers so far. That turnaround jumper is good for Abigail Paquette. She hits it. She's going to go to the line to shoot one. I believe that foul will be on number 10.
It's Bryn, I believe. No? Yes, Bryn Bissett. If it's on Bryn. Kind of a textbook old school turnaround from Abby Paquette. Something we're trying to teach some of the youth these days, but it's a shot that you don't see as much anymore. Is the basic turnaround, especially from forwards, 15 feet and inside. They used to be the standard that if you couldn't hit a turnaround, you basically weren't going to play.
Well, it's I'm reminded of Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan, there you go.
That he made his living between the block and the three-point line. Just hitting those little mid-range jumpers, especially off the backboard, and not flashy, but regarded as the greatest power forward of all time.
All counts the same in the books. Abby will shoot her and one. Ari Bordeaux checking in of the Bordeaux sisters. There's 4 sisters in this Bordeaux clan, all basketball players. So Alicia and Tim have a lot of miles to put on the car for Mini Metro and JV and varsity. Well, varsity now only. I'm going to call that a... Oh, he changed his mind.
He did.
He's about to say offensive.
He called the charge first.
Interesting. A change of heart. Much to the crowd's displeasure.
And Coach Jen Gagne is arguing that with him, saying that you called the offensive foul first. So that will be MVU's first foul.
Also got sophomore Molly Medor checking in.
That MVU foul on 25, Danielle Taunton. Her first, team's first. We have 1:25 to go in the first quarter. BFA leads 6-4. We got a tight one so far.
I like Molly on LK because Molly's a great defender and she's got the length.
Yeah, Molly playing denial defense here on Lauren Kate. And that steal by Abigail Paquette. Just had perfect position fronting her offensive player. Just under a minute to go here.
Been an exciting first quarter. And another turnaround by Abby Paquette. Max with the rebound.
Couple of offensive rebounds here for the Thunderbirds. They get another one out to Paquette. Down to Bordeaux. Bordeaux.
Ari to sister Alex.
30 seconds to go here. And we are going to get a foul called on the Comets.
Good possession for the T-Birds. Couple offensive rebounds. They've drawn a foul now. They still got the ball. We got Hannah Brannon and Shelby Lawrence checking in for the Comets.
That Comet foul was on number 10, Bryn Bissett. That's her second personal. Team's fifth. 30.9 seconds to go in the first quarter. Get the ball into Bordeaux. Bordeaux losing it a little bit, but gets it out to Medor.
Molly is a very versatile player. She can play defense, forward, forward guard. A lot of different skills. Her mother also a part of the Comet dynasty in the 90s. Kelly Greenfield Medor, on with that whole crew of the Coach Bashaw regime.
We're going to get another Comet foul, this time on 13, Allison Bushy, her first, team sixth. So the Thunderbirds can look forward to being in the bonus for the entire second quarter. With 10 seconds to go, Paquette puts that one up. That's off, too strong. Comets now for a chance for one last shot. And Allison Bushy had the opportunity, dragged her foot. Path's just a little bit behind her, but the type of opportunity the Comets are happy to get. 2.3 seconds here. And a heave wide left for Alex Bordeaux. At the end of the first quarter, the Comets lead the Thunderbirds 6-4. Before we continue, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors: Northwestern Orthopedics, Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center, Barrett Ford, JC Image, and Handy Toyota. If your business would like to be a sponsor for Northwest Access TV sports coverage this winter, please give us a call at 802-782-8676. And just a reminder, Northwest Access TV is a nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying the sports coverage throughout the year, please consider making a donation. Just visit northwestaccess.tv/donation. And we are very grateful for your support and anything that you are willing to give. Tim, we got a close one so far, a bit of a defensive matchup with, a little bit of early season ugly ball mixed, turnovers mixed in there, but that's to be expected in December. But a fun rivalry game shaping up so far. What are some of the things that you've seen?
The Comets are trying to push the pace. They're trying to use their speed to their advantage, which is a good strategy considering they aren't very tall. They don't have a huge presence on the inside. And on the other side, I'd like to see the T-Birds use their size advantage. They got Abby Paquette, Mac Vincent. I'd like to see them go inside a little more and force the Comets, especially now that they're in foul trouble. I'd like to see them kind of put it to them on the inside.
Yep, you mentioned it. The Comets with 6 team fouls. MVU only with 1. So MVU has a huge advantage as far as fouls go, and if they can get into the bonus for the entire second quarter and hopefully hit some of their free throws, they're 0 for 3 so far tonight.
And the Comets being a younger, less experienced team, they are prone to turnovers. I know against Spalding they had, I don't know how many, I kind of lost count how many turnovers they had. So MVU's going with their kind of 3-2 zone look, which is going to hopefully keep the outside covered. Slightly different than your standard 2-3 zone.
BFA playing a straight man-to-man. They've been playing that defense the entire game so far. MVU, you mentioned kind of a 5-out at times. They do tend to have one player kind of down low, but the looks that they get are very quick. They don't set up down there for a long time. It's quick post up, see if they can get a pass. If it's not there, just hurry on up out, and then the next girl takes their place. And we're going to get an offensive foul called on BFA. Yep, number 13, Allison Bushy, her second, team 7th. So MVU is in the bonus. The reason they're not shooting right now is because that's an offensive foul.
Player control foul, they like to call that now. So yeah, MVU is using a 4-out, 1-in type of setup. That's going to be a jump. 2 jumps is as good as a steal, I like to tell my kids. So get in there, they show you the ball, you grab it.
Well, that's the second jump ball in the matter of 1 minute 6 seconds, so I think the Comets will take that.
Full court press from T-Birds. Alex kind of lunging, Alex Brulette lunging for the steal, but didn't come up with it. Oh, good hands by Destiny.
Destiny Pigeon gets that steal. She's bringing the ball up court, but a steal right back by Tessa Sweeney. And another steal again by Abigail Paquette. Good hustle from Paquette down the floor. Read that pass across the lane.
I think both teams need to kind of calm down on their passing, set it up a little better. Destiny with a 3 attempt, just short. Comets electing to not necessarily rush it up the court.
2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Still a 6-4 game in favor of the Comets. No one has scored so far in the second quarter. Going to take one step in for DeSaro, and that was a bit strong. MVU bringing it the other way, down low. Tried to get it to Vincent. She puts that one up, and that's off, but an offensive rebound for Bordeaux.
As I said in the pregame, Alex is one of your better rebounding guards, and it's so crucial to have your guards rebound if you want to have a successful team. And Alex Bordeaux is one of the better rebounding guards you're going to see. Here comes Molly in for her.
Kevin, we've seen that tonight. MVU has really been dominating the offensive boards. I mean, each possession feels like they're getting 2 or 3 opportunities, and an open lane for Alexandra Brulette.
She could have got an and one there too. She got hit on the wrist, but they elected to let that go.
She ties the game at 6. That ball will stay with the Comets. 5:23 left in the first half.
Ruby's doing her best to match her sister Caitlin's height. I feel like she's probably grown 3 or 4 inches in the last year or so.
Any height you can get in Vermont high school basketball is certainly an advantage. A nice drive for DeSaro, but the layup front rims it off. But she found that lane right down the center of the key.
Coach Jen going with Molly on LK to try to stop that. So far, BFA's only scoring's been LK's 2 threes, so putting Molly on her is going to make that a little more difficult. Molly's a very, very capable defender. Whoops. Short passes.
Doing a couple of cross-court passes here on that possession, and that time a little wild and out of bounds. They are really spreading out that offense.
Looks like Sierra Reynolds looking to check in, one of the younger T-Birds, one of the only sophomores. One of sophomores, actually.
Paquette, I believe, is going to be called for that foul. MVU fans don't like it, think that she blocked the shot, but they're not the ones who get the final say on the call, and the referee has chosen foul. So that's Paquette's first foul, MVU's second team foul.
Like to see MVU take it to the rim with all those fouls. Worst case scenario, you should get some more team fouls, maybe get to the double bonus. Still got 4 minutes.
Ella Reynolds missed her first. We'll get one more chance. Someone in the MVU student section brought a duck call to the game, and
Baby Raptor or something. Good drive. On two, Destiny Pigeon takes it to the rack and gets fouled.
Great drive from Destiny Pigeon, as you said, Tim. She'll go to the line to shoot 1.
Destiny has deceptive speed. She's got one of those, it looks like a slow, long stride, but then she's by you. It's a tough thing to guard if you've never seen it before. Very, I think she just used that move to get into the lane. Gets her own rebound.
That BFA foul was on 11, Madison Carey. Her first, team's 8th. Now, the only player to score so far for the Comets is Lauren Kate Garso. She hit 2 3-pointers early in the game. The Comets had a 6-0 lead. MVU has been on an 8-0 run since then. Too soon as Ella Reynolds gets that one to fall.
Ella's got a nice little turnaround inside and working on her post moves.
Ties the game back at 8. Ella Reynolds got a hand on that pass, but Abigail Paquette gathers it for the Thunderbirds. They're going to reset with Brulette. Getting to the free throw line, kicks it out to Totten. Then we're going to get another foul.
Very handsy is the Comets defense. Going to pay for it with the double bonus pretty soon. I thought that was the 9th. I guess it's only the 8th. Oh, it is the 9th.
That is the 9th. That foul on number 25, Ruby DeSaro, her second, team's 9th. So far, the Comets have 3 players with 2 team fouls. Bryn Bissett, Allison Bushy, and Ruby DeSaro. MVU, on the other hand, only has 2 fouls for their entire team so far in this first half. Free throw is off for Totten. Reynolds got the rebound over to Garso. Trying to direct their defense. Those corner 3-point opportunities are open every time for the Comets. Just depends on if they want to take them or not.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they don't either just match up in the man or at least get out on those corner threes, because that's so far been the only real threat to score for the most part, other than Ella's turnaround. Scrum on the floor. Guess they're giving it to BF. No, decides to change his mind. This ref's,
Interesting.
I think he was originally pointing Comets' way.
I think Coach LaFountain asking why that wasn't just a jump ball before the ball came loose. Certainly could have been, but the referee opted to let them play.
Kind of a rugby scrum on the floor there.
Yep, we're going to get another BFA foul. Coach LaFountain showing his frustration here with the fouls.
He's shooting.
And that is number 2 on Madison Carey, number 11. Team's 10th, so MVU is in the double bonus for the remaining 3 minutes and 5 seconds of the first half. A tied 8-8 ball game.
Right now on the floor for the Comets, we got Tessa Sweeney, Hannah Brandon, Shelby Lawrence, Lauren Kate Garso, and Ella Reynolds. For MVU, we got Danny Totten, who's about to shoot 2. Abby Popcat, Mac Vincent, Alex Brulette. There should be one more. Oh, Destiny's over there as well. Destiny Pigeon. Getting some instruction from Coach Brown.
There's our first made free throw of the game for either team. Goes 1 for 2, but Paquette with the offensive rebound.
That's huge.
Said it before, the Thunderbirds are dominating on their offensive board, giving themselves multiple opportunities each possession.
Well, they always tell you to try to make the first free throw. I mean, you're obviously trying to make all your free throws, but you make the first and then you get the rebound on the second. That's, you get a lot of points in one possession there, potentially.
Three-pointer just off, but an offensive rebound for Vincent is also off. But those are the kinds of things that we're talking about. Got multiple opportunities there. But the Comets now have an opportunity with 2.5 to go in the first half. Over to Garso. Just inside the three-point line is good. Garso has 8 of the team's 10 points. But puts them back on top 10-9. That floater short for Pigeon. But Vincent is there to clean it up, and she gets fouled.
Mac just needs to see one go through before she gets going, but a couple of those easy ones early on have not gone in. There has been some contact. They finally have given her a foul call.
A Comet foul on number 20, Callie Tabor, her first. Vincent gets that free throw to go. Ties the game at 10 with 2:10 remaining in this second quarter.
Also great to see fans in the stands and hear the ruckusness for an MVU BFA game.
Well, we sure wouldn't have heard the duck call otherwise. Something that was missing from last year.
Did you bring your duck call?
Left it in the car.
Oh.
My bad. Just gonna sit here and duck call into the microphone all night. I'm sure our viewers would love it.
Instructional videos from Bryce. You might get more viewers that way. Yeah, you never know.
Or they'll just duck out of the way.
Very high IQ player is Alex Bordo. You're not going to see some of the sloppy turnovers that some players are prone to. Turnaround doesn't go.
Oh, a streaking. Callie Tabor gets that way up the full. She's going to go to the line to shoot one more. Puts the Comets back on top 12-10 with 1:32 left. You know, I was just about to say, even though this was a tie game, it feels like MVU is in full control. But when the Comets can pull off plays like that, it feels like they might be taking it back a little bit if they can have a strong run here in the last 1:32 of this half. the free throw. Vincent gets the rebound.
And even if Matt can't score, if she can keep controlling the boards as she is, that can have a huge influence on this game. So she needs to not get too into her head about it. Going to that 5 out again. Destiny coming through.
Well, talking about Vincent, I mean, she's very clearly one of the tallest and also strongest players on the court at any given time, and with hustle plays like that,
Right on cue.
huge impact for her team, whether she scores or not. 1 minute left in the first half, down to Paquette. But Tabor is going to be called for a reach-in foul. And that will be her second.
I think that's the formula for MVU's success is to keep pounding it inside. If you can keep getting Callie and Ella Reynolds into foul trouble, they're going to have to, BFA would have to go into their bench, and I don't know if they got anybody that can stop Abby and Mac.
Paquette hits the front end. She'll get one more. Brings the Thunderbirds back within one with 57.1 seconds left in the second quarter. And she goes 2 for 2. First time we've seen a 2 for 2 trip from the free throw line tonight.
I don't know if you can tell from the same angle that Abby has one of the more unorthodox free throw shooting.
She does shoot it over on the right side, yep. Certainly not centered with the hoop. A good pump fake and step in for DeSaro that doesn't go.
Mac with a big rebound.
Paquette.
Paquette actually.
Comes up with the rebound. 30 seconds left. Drive to the left, but met by two common players. Kicked out to Paquette. That one is just off. DeSaro going the other way with the left hand. Misses the layup, but gets fouled. She'll shoot two.
I think Coach Jen's not happy with some of the foul calls on the transition, some of those transition foul calls.
Well, that one is number 2 on Paquette. Team's fourth, 16.3 seconds left. DeSaro hits her first. Gives her first point of the ball game and puts the Comets back on top by 1, 13-12. And rattles out the second one, but Ella Reynolds gets the rebound, muscles her way for another shot, and she gets fouled.
We got Molly on the reach, kind of reaching foul there.
Well, I think it could have been a jump ball if they called it just a few seconds earlier, but Ella Reynolds with the smart play not to just keep the ball right there, but rip it through up for a shot, and that's what created the contact for the foul. So really smart play there by Ella Reynolds. She'll have one more. 14.2 seconds left. So it's felt like a really long minute.
A lot of fouls. Like an NBA last minute of a half.
Well, I won't go that far. Ella Reynolds goes 2 for 2. Comets, now up by 3, 15-12. 10 seconds left. MVU going to try to keep it for the last shot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got to put it up, and just off the back iron. At the end of the first half, the Comets lead a close one, 15-12 over the Thunderbirds. Before we send it to halftime, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors, Northwestern Orthopedics, Collins Prairie Sports and Fitness Center, Barrett Ford, JC Image, and Andy Toyota. If your business would like to be a sponsor for Northwest Access TV sports coverage this winter, please give us a call at 802-782-8676. I'm Bryce Batchelder with Tim Luno. We're going to take a little break for halftime, and we'll be back at the Thunderdome for the second half of MVU BFA girls basketball here on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back to the Thunderdome for the second half here as the Thunderbirds host the BFA Comets. Got a nice rivalry game, and to make it even better, a close one at that. Comets lead the Thunderbirds 15-12. Here are some of your scoring leaders for the first half. Lauren Kate Garso leads all players with 8 points. Ella Reynolds chipping in 4 for BFA, and for MVU, Destiny Pigeon and Abigail Paquette each have 4 for their scoring leaders, as Alexandra Brulette knocks that one out of bounds.
Comets starting the second half with Allie Bushy, Ruby DeSaro, Lauren Kate Garso, Ella Reynolds, and Callie Tabor. T-Birds countering with Destiny Pigeon, Alex Bordeaux, Alex Brulette, Mackenzie Vincent, and Abby Paquette.
The Comets started the game on a 6-0 run as
Allie just
Allison
nice
Bushy gets her first points of the game. They started the game on a 6-0 run thanks to Lauren Kate Garso hitting 2 quick threes, and then they were scoreless for a long time until the second quarter, and MVU went on an 8-0 run, and it's been pretty tight since then. It's a 17-12 game here. But Tim, what are some of the things that you've been seeing in the first half, and what do you think some adjustments are going to have to be for both teams?
Well, the Comets had a lot of fouls in the first half. They're very prone to some kind of ticky-tack fouls. I'd like to see MVU take advantage of that, go inside to Abby Paquette and Mac Vincent, try to get them going. On the Comets side, what they just did is what they kind of need to do, which is use their speed, Allie and Ruby, to get to the basket. And continue to use that outside shooting when it's there.
That floater is off for Pigeon, and we're going to get a jump ball. Noted it in the first half. MVU's been pretty dominant on their offensive boards, oftentimes getting 2 or 3 opportunities to score on one possession. Scoring is coming a little tough for them right now, though, as the Comets now open up a 7-point lead, their biggest of the game, 19-12.
Unlike the Comets, the T-Birds do not tend to want to shoot it from outside. They do want to go inside. There's Mac with a drive. They will be some capable shooters, and Destiny Pigeon, Alex Bordeaux can put it up. Molly, who's on the bench right now, can shoot the 3.
Mackenzie Vincent is one that, a nice steal for Alex Bordeaux. And she's going to go
one of the matchups I was talking about in the pregame that I've been really anxious to see. Alex playing D on Allie Bushy. Got the steal there, and then hit the and one foul.
And that is Allie Bushy's 3rd personal. Team's
Big
first for the second half, but that is a big one with 6:11 left in the third quarter. Bordeaux does not convert the free throw, but what we've been talking about all night, MVU and their offensive rebounds. Paquette gets that one. Offense resets for the Thunderbirds. Can try to make this a 4 or 5 point possession here if they can convert. But they do not, thanks to Lauren Kate Garso picking off that pass for the Comets. With about a minute to go in the second quarter, even though it was a tie ball game, it felt like the Thunderbirds were in complete control of the game. And then as Ella Reynolds hits her first 3-pointer of the game, she now has 7 points on the night, brings the Comet lead up to 8 with a score of 22-14. But
I was telling Bryce at halftime when we were off air that Ella Reynolds could shoot the ball, and she just showed it right there. She's got as good a natural stroke as you can ask for, a very just capable scorer inside and outside.
Pointer certainly looked it. Nice release and a swish. But about a minute to go in the second quarter, it felt like the Thunderbirds were in control of the game, but then the Comets got just one quick fast break layup, made it, and got fouled. And that just seemed to be the spark that they needed to take momentum back for themselves, and they've turned that into an 8-point lead. And almost another fast break opportunity, but that pass a little bit too strong over to Garso. And the Thunderbirds will get the ball back with 5:05 left.
Yeah, they opened up a quick 8-point lead, seemingly in no time. Another needless foul on the perimeter. That might be number 3 or 4 on Ruby. Got to pick your spots and trying to get steals.
Well, and that's been the trouble for BFA all night. That is, in fact, number 3 on Ruby DeSaro.
Ari Bordeaux and Danny Totten checking in for the T-Birds.
BFA's second of the second quarter, or of the second half, excuse me. MVU was in the bonus for the entire second quarter. Double bonus for the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. So that's the kind of night it's been for the Comets in terms of foul calls. Meanwhile, MVU only 5 team fouls for the entire game. We'll get another foul called on BFA.
Tessa doesn't know what the foul is, but she could have had another foul on the previous possession. A lot of reaching in. Some of it's ill-timed.
That one is on Tessa Sweeney, her first, team's third. Paquette with the ball for the Thunderbirds. Puts that out to Bordeaux, over to Totten. Now Paquette, three-pointer is up, and that one is good for Destiny Pigeon. Gives her 7 points for the night, and even more importantly, brings the Thunderbirds back within 5. Trailing 17-22. Fast break attempt for the Comets.
Apparently that went off the T-Bird foot. If Destiny can shoot the 3, I'd like to see him give her the green light to go ahead and fire it up, because if she gets hot, she can definitely knock some 3s down in a hurry. Go over the top to Tessa. She makes the save.
It's a good idea. If the pass was just a little tiny bit shorter, would have had an open layup. 3:45 left in the third quarter. Comets now kind of slowing things down. Tries to get it inside. That one tipped away.
The foul was on there. It was kind of both of them going for the ball. I think whoever they call the foul on is not going to be happy about it. I think it's on Tessa. Is that who they say?
On Madison Carey, her third, team's fourth. And we are going to get a timeout. Can you believe it? I think this is our first timeout of the entire game. As BFA leads it 22-17 over the Thunderbirds. Just a reminder, Northwest Access TV is a nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying the sports coverage throughout the year, please consider making a donation. We would really appreciate it. Just visit northwestaccess.tv/donation. Well, Comets have all the momentum of this third quarter. And then those pesky fouls started again. Now, Thunderbirds still down by 5. Comets have led by as much as 8. But when MVU starts drawing those fouls, I mean, that really kind of takes the Comets out of their rhythm, and we've seen that they are certainly a fast-breaking team. When you commit those fouls, you can't get opportunities to run a fast break.
Definitely add some frustration, too, into the mix, and that can throw some players off, some confidence off if they're worrying about how many fouls they have. They do already have 4 about halfway through the third. If I'm MVU, I'm continuing to take it to it. Cassandra Reynolds checking in for the first time for the T-Birds.
That's steal by Lauren Kate Garceau. She's now running the offense, getting things set up. Carey looking around. Back to Garceau. Garceau with her right hand. Cross the lane, that one's off, but an offensive rebound. That one is off again. We're going to get a jump ball.
They got Alex Bordeaux on LK, which is probably a good matchup there for MVU. Try to stop LK from getting some of those easy shots, open looks anyway.
Good idea as Garso was trying to cut down the middle. But Alex Bordeaux anticipated that pass, able to steal it. And stolen right back by Sweeney. Sweeney's going to take it all the way for her first points of the game and puts BFA up by 7, 24-17.
Yeah, that one kind of slipped out of Destiny's hand. She was thinking of passing it and then thought about not passing it, but the ball had other ideas. Nice entrance pass.
Paquette with a nice turn to her left off the glass, just a little bit too strong, bounced off the tongue rim. But those are the kind of shots that if she gets those to fall consistently, I mean, they're darn near unstoppable.
Happy to see the respect between some of the players. Ella and Mac played together on our full court AAU team. A lot of tough competition there. Definitely made both players better.
Reynolds with the ball. She's going to drive to her right. Nothing there. Good defense from Sweeney. Bordeaux, tightly guarded by Brannon.
Anna's a very good defender on the perimeter and otherwise very good rebounder as well for a guard. Nice little move, but passes a little too much in front.
We're going to get a timeout called by MVU. You kind of see, even though MVU was getting those passes, that possession wasn't exactly going anywhere.
No, it was a nice little play, and I'm surprised they even gave him the timeout because she kind of lost possession. They must have called it just before the pass.
So you can see both assistant coaches calling for the timeout for a while before the referees noticed. 1:46 to go in the third quarter. The Comets lead 24-17 over the Thunderbirds.
Get the impression it's been a back and forth game, a lot of runs both ways. Certainly anybody's game still.
Sort of one of those games where you get kind of a burst of scoring in about a minute time period, and then it gets really slow for a while, and then all of a sudden another burst within a minute. And
you got to feel like pressure's more on the D1 team to beat the D2 team, generally speaking, especially having not had any success as of yet in the season. I think the pressure is going to be kind of on the Comets. Hopefully, I think if they keep this lead, that'll take a little bit of that pressure off, but if it's close late, it's going to be real interesting.
Vincent going to put that one up, and that one is off.
He's a tenacious defender. And get her for a foul.
Kind of one reach in too many there.
Ari and Alex Bordeaux on the front end of the press with Alex Burlette. As BFA gets into their press break. Nobody stopped ball. Tessa Sweeney dribbled the whole length of the court. Can't allow that, especially coming up the side.
Gives the Comets their largest lead of the night, now up 9, 26-17 with a minute left in the third quarter.
I like the matchup of Mac against Bryn. I think they should have given her the ball there.
That free throw line jumper is off by Bordeaux. And we're going to get a jump ball. You know, we've talked about Mackenzie Vincent quite a bit tonight. Because of her rebounding ability, and she's made a few great hustle plays. Only 1 point so far, not for lack of opportunity. She's gotten some good looks. She's just gotten a little unlucky with them rolling off and not falling. But that's the thing, if she can get those to fall, I mean, there we go. That's like the reverse announcer's jinx, as Vincent, probably the shot with the most distance that she's taken tonight, and that one looked beautiful. Baseline jumper.
Sometimes that's how you have to get it going. The shots that you're taking that aren't going in, you take a different shot, it goes in.
That's right. 32.9 seconds left.
You got Sierra Reynolds in for the T-Birds as well.
MVU trails 19-26.
Going tall. Nice.
Kenzie Vincent with a strong move to her left. She's going to be fouled with 23 seconds left.
Lauren Kate. Or no, do they call it on Tessa? I think that's generous for the Comets, because I believe it was Lauren Kate that was actually there.
Yep, Tessa Sweeney, her second, team's fifth. Mackenzie Vincent at the line to shoot two.
Comets countering with the height of their own, Shelby Lawrence, number 14.
Bordeaux is giving Vincent some encouragement between free throws. 23 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Goes 1 for 2. She now has 4 points. Thunderbirds now within 6. And they force a 5-second goal. Excellent pressure by the Thunderbirds on that full court press.
Well, they know what their press break looks like, and it doesn't look like BFA has a variety of press breaks. A lot of teams don't. So once you figure out what they do for a press break and you can deny it, that can send some teams into a little bit of a turnover frenzy.
Got 12 seconds. MVU trying to get an open look before the end of the quarter. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The heave is off for Alex Bordeaux at the end of 3. The BFA Comets lead the MVU Thunderbirds 26-20 in what has been a very tight and entertaining game so far.
My score sheet I see for the Comets, it's been Lauren Kate and Ella Reynolds doing the bulk of the scoring. Nobody else has any more than one basket other than those two.
Yep, I'll give you the scoring leader so far for the night for BFA. Lauren Kate Garso with 8 and Ella Reynolds with 7. Tessa Sweeney chipping in 4 as well. For MVU, Destiny Pigeon leads her team with 7. And Mackenzie Vincent and Abigail Paquette with 4 apiece. Paquette a little bit quiet so far in the second half.
I think going inside to her and Mackenzie is probably their best bet. They can make some good entrance passes. They just haven't converted. I don't think you necessarily go away from that, especially as BFA continues to foul down there. I think that's where you get the lead back. You can play the inside-out game, maybe kick it out to Destiny or Alex, shoot that 3, get the offensive rebound. But we'll see what they like to do. We've got 8 minutes left to play here.
Start of the fourth quarter. BFA up 26-20. Tight defense by Pigeon. MVU really extending that defense here. Time is not on their side. Good pressure.
I like going to man-to-man. I think that's probably the better play for them, because BFA doesn't have a ton of players that are going to take them off the dribble, and they can help even if they do.
But that might have been the first time we've seen them play man so far tonight.
We'll see how that works. I think so far they got a turnover on it.
1 for 1. D swinging the ball around the outside. Down to Bordeaux in the post, but too strong. That one goes out of bounds.
Kind of curious where Abby Paquette hasn't seen a lot of minutes since the first half. She doesn't have a lot of fouls, does she? I don't think so.
2 fouls. And another fast break opportunity for BFA. A little too far under the basket. That time for Ruby DeSaro. MVU gets the rebound.
MVU is 5 on 4, and they do not look to push it.
Yeah, Destiny Pigeon switched pivot feet on that one.
When you've got an odd man rush, as like to say in hockey, you go. mean, those are advantageous situations that you got to take advantage of. BFA certainly goes out of their way to try to make that happen, but T-Birds elect to try to go slow and steady, wins the race, which is fine, but when you're down by 6, you got to make something happen.
Sorrow with the drive, Abigail Paquette with the reach. She will be called for her 3rd personal foul. That will only be the team's 2nd of this second half. As Ruby DeSaro goes to the line to shoot 2. Short on the first. Well, we'll give you a quick rundown of what our coverage is going to be for the rest of the week here on Northwest Access TV. Tomorrow night at 4:45, or I should say tomorrow afternoon, boys hockey, Mount Mansfield at MVU from the Highgate Arena, and also at 7 o'clock, boys hockey, Northeast Clinton, New York at BFA from Collins Pearly. And on Friday, New Year's Eve at 2 o'clock, boys hockey, MVU at BFA, the one we've all been waiting for from Collins Pearly. So we'll have that live on Northwest Access TV. BFA now with a 7-point lead, 27-20. Tight defense here, but DeSaro able to get out of it.
Thought they were going to maybe get a 10-second call there.
It was close. It sure was.
Ref was having to get out of the way of Ruby trying to dribble.
BFA side of the gym asking for a reach-in foul. I think I agree with them on that one. Reynolds going to put that one up. Goes 2 for 2 on the night. She is the first player in double digits now with 10 points and gives the Comets their largest lead at 30-20.
With Ella's height, that's a tough shot to stop. There is no contesting a forward that can shoot it like that. And Destiny comes up a little hobbled.
I think Pigeon might have rolled an ankle, which is never a great feeling. But, you know, as you're talking about Ella Reynolds, one of the tallest players on the floor, if not the tallest. And if, especially in Vermont high school basketball, if you can have the tallest player on the floor handle the ball or shoot a 3, I mean, just what a weapon that your team has. That was, you know, part of the role that Marin McGinn played for them last year. Always one of the biggest girls on the floor, and she'd go down in the block, and she could also step back and shoot a 3.
Makes it real tough on the defense.
Absolutely.
The game plan when one of your taller players can go inside and out like that. I think Coach Paul's trying to get a timeout.
And
but a 10-point lead feels like about a 50-point lead in this game at the moment, unless T-Birds start to really put something together here. Their offense on the perimeter has just been kind of pass it around, but not necessarily look for a 3 or look inside specifically. They're going to have to kind of make it happen in a hurry. They can't really just pass it around on the top of the key. They get plenty of time to get 10 points back, but there has to be a little bit of a sense of urgency to make that happen. I would like to see them continue to put pressure on Comets too, because they are prone to turnovers. You can get them to turn the ball over. They just can't allow the easy baskets all the way down the court like Tessa had, and a couple of those situations where they're 2-on-1 down to the other end. You got to know when to tactically retreat on that full court press. Destiny's seemingly well enough to shoot her free throws.
misses, but Mackenzie Vincent finally gets an offensive rebound, his second chance to go. I feel like she's had a lot of those opportunities. It's just gotten unlucky.
I think she could have got an and one there too, with Ella kind of giving a swat at her.
Good defense that time from Vincent on Ella Reynolds. Forces the missed shot. Now Vincent, that one dribbles off her foot and Gonna call a jump ball.
Lillian Calicay making an appearance for the first time. Very willing to do the dirty work. I think she's the type of player I'd like to see a little bit more, honestly. Maybe not a huge offensive threat, but kind of that Dennis Rodman role of get all the rebounds, loose balls, be in the right place defensively.
You can tell MVU has been extending their defense here, trying to force some turnovers. When BFA gets the rebound, MVU isn't just running back down to set up in the half court. They're trying to get their hands in there to knock the ball loose, to make it tough. But no matter.
Nice little move by Callie Tabor.
Callie Tabor now with 4 points, puts the Comets back on top by 10, 32-22. 4:40 remaining. A nice find. Danielle Totten gets that one to fall. Totten and Calicay both open on the block as Mackenzie Vincent just kind of picking which one does she want to go to at the moment. Okay, hustling across half court, but still happy just to pass it around.
Yeah, MVU's going to have to put some ball pressure, and there it is.
There it is. By Totten, not able to control it, but that's what they're going to have to do. Halfway through the fourth quarter, BFA up 8.
Yeah, they can't allow them to just operate. They certainly don't want to leave Ella open.
MVU got lucky that time. Ella Reynolds didn't hit it. She had just hit 2 other three-pointers.
Telling Bryce in an AAU game in 8th grade, Ella hit 5. She went 5 for 5 from 3. We did a 5-in, 5-out substitution pattern where everybody only played half the games. I think we scored over 80 points that game. Ella had 5 threes. Enosburg's Kayla Jarvis had 5 threes. It's one of those can't miss nights, but Ella can certainly get hot without a doubt.
And I believe we are going to get another BFA timeout. 3:49 left. The Comets on top, 32-24. This is
the desperation time.
Yep, the home stretch here. Thunderbirds want to catch up here. They got to make a move right now.
I think I'd like to see, I don't think you necessarily have to shoot threes, but I would like to see some of their pressure defenders, Alex, maybe even Molly. Lillian made an appearance there for a second. Those are the type of players they need out there to try to create those turnovers. That you don't necessarily need to have a lot of height. BFA doesn't elect to go inside very often. You need the speed to keep up with the Allie Bushies, the Ruby DeSaros, Tessa Sweeney. They definitely need to stop ball. If they get that pressure up front, but then you allow an easy look down at the other end, then you might as well not even press.
.349 remaining in the game. 32-24 Comets. Comets with the ball. Just no one stepping out to defend that corner 3. With a foot inside the three-point line. That's off, but Vincent gets the rebound for the Thunderbirds.
Got to see some urgency here. We can't take...
Roulette gonna take that 3. That one's off, but Paquette with the rebound blocked by Ruby DeSaro.
Ruby's very athletic. She's got some amazing ups, as the kids like to say.
Into Ella Reynolds. Vincent with a big block. Forces the jump ball. I don't think Mackenzie Vincent even jumped on that one. She was just in exactly the right position when Ella Reynolds went up. 3:13 remaining.
Cassandra Reynolds coming in.
Drive by Bushy inside to Kelly Tabor, and she now has 6 points tonight. Puts the Comets back up by 10, 34-24, just under 3 minutes to go.
Allie and Callie had a couple nice assists to Callie in the Spalding game. That was reminiscent of that game.
Little hook shot from Reynolds. Front rims. BFA now with possession.
Allie does a great job of drive and dish type offense. Got to get ball pressure there, and that's not the person you want shooting necessarily.
Reynolds took one step inside the three-point line for a baseline jumper. Still nobody met her from the MVU defense. Out to Paquette. Paquette going to drive with her left, going to put that one up. She will get fouled.
They said, is that on Callie Tabor? Yep.
That is, and that's her third. Team's 8th. Paquette will go to the line. Shoot 2.
2 minutes left. It is probably time that they have to. Oh, just took a second off the clock for some reason. It's probably the time you gotta maybe start hitting some threes. Hopefully get some steals.
Start the foul game a little bit.
Start maybe, because they only have 3 fouls. They're going to need a lot of fouls. So that means they can be extra aggressive, but instead they're kind of going the other way and just hanging off them. They're back into a zone.
Yeah, they got to step up here.
Just dribble it out.
Inside to Reynolds. Reynolds goes reverse and makes it. Wasn't sure how that one was going to go with Vincent right there knowing what happened last time, but Reynolds with a really nice reverse layup. MVU hustles down the other side. Midor gets blocked but gets her own rebound. Paquette setting the screen for Pigeon, going to drive in that one too hard off the backboard. And that will be out of bounds off BFA, and he's going to keep possession. But with 1:25 left and BFA up 36-24. BFA can feel in very good control here of this game. MVU taking a little bit too much time here on the offensive possession. Paquette with a little fadeaway. That one's off. That's going to be off of her. And Comet possession. 1:13 left in the game. A two-pointer is off for Lauren Kate Garceau. Minute remaining in the game. Ball is off Paquette. Comets ball.
So if you never push the pace, it is hard to just turn that on.
Yep.
Start moving it up the floor quickly. They're just not used to that kind of speed. And so it doesn't feel natural to them. And they're giving up kind of easy looks on the other end. Although you have this is kind of, they've gone into get some players some time here. A lot of the sophomores for MVU.
Another turnover by the Thunderbirds. 40.8 seconds left in the game. Well, if this 12-point lead holds in the last 40 seconds, certainly looks like it will. The Comets will get their first win of the season, and the Thunderbirds will receive their first loss of the season. Still for the Thunderbirds, their first loss coming to a D1 team. There's certainly nothing to be ashamed of on that part.
Sure, and they've had a respectable game. They didn't get blown away or anything of the sort, as has happened many times in BFA MVU girls matchups. So I think they can still keep their head high. Hopefully they play it out to the end here. Buzz it or buzzer. You want to see everybody working hard.
Well, this second half has been all BFA, but to your point, it certainly felt like MVU was never quite out of it. Pigeon makes her first free throw.
it'll be interesting to see as the season progresses how both these teams fare. I think playing up in division is helpful. You see the more athletic teams in D1, how they operate, and that'll only prepare them for the rest of their D2 season. And for the Comets, getting a win is certainly a confidence booster. They definitely played better than how they fared against Spalding. Less turnovers, still probably want to get that defensive discipline under control. They definitely can't foul as much as they've been fouling, but something to work on.
This is about the last possession, 5 seconds left. 2-1. That shot from Paquette is up, and that will do it. The BFA Comets come into the Thunderdome and get a big win over their rival, 36-26 over the Thunderbirds. Some scoring leaders for the game. Ella Reynolds for BFA led all players with 12. Lauren Kate Garso had 8, and Callie Tabor had 6. For the Thunderbirds, Destiny Pigeon with 9, Mackenzie Vincent with 6. Tim, give me some of your last thoughts here before we go on this game.
We got a good matchup. Kind of was hoping to see it be a little closer in the end, but first half was close. I think both teams have some things they can work on and some things to be proud of, so all in all a great game.
Well, we hope you'll join us on Northwest Access TV the rest of this week. We have hockey coming up tomorrow and Thursday, especially New Year's Eve. We have MVU BFA boys hockey live from Collins Pearly. But let's take a moment to thank our sponsors, Northwestern Orthopedics, Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center, Barrett Ford, JC Image, and Handy Toyota. If your business would like to be a sponsor for Northwest Access TV sports coverage this winter, please contact us at 802-782-8676. Thank you everybody for tuning in and watching tonight. My name is Bryce Batchelder, and for Tim Luno, we wish you all a very good night.